It's 10 o'clock. Good morning on this Sunday. Are you ready to rock your Thermomix? Day number 4. As you can see on day number 4, my guitar, my air guitar, is losing a little bit of air. So, away. Thank you for joining. Today is our baking day. For this day, I have selected 3 different dishes: the banana bread, the almond biscotti, and the one dish which I will make for you today. It's the focaccia, and I love the focaccia because it goes into a cold oven, so it makes it very easy. Like the planning, just have an hour of cook time. I'm gonna start cooking. Line a baking pan with parchment paper. I've done that. First step is the water, 13.5 ounces. Let's see how well I pre-measured. Oh, missing a bit. Maybe it evaporated overnight. Another. But that's the beautiful thing. It tells you exactly how much you have and how much you still need. That should be good. Next is 22 ounces of bread flour. That's a lot of flour. And the bread flour has a higher gluten content, so it rises a bit faster. I'm trying to do this without spilling. And if you do it slowly, then you should be fine. I love using a spoon as well. And how many of you have been kneading a dough before the Thermomix? I didn't. Now I'm making focaccia. Oh, and you can hear it's 10 o'clock because our church bells are ringing. Just Sundays at 10, and it's a really nice feeling. 5 teaspoons of dried instant yeast. And here's a tip. Always keep it in the fridge, otherwise it goes bad. Or you can order like a larger size on Amazon. Put it into a glass jar and put it in your freezer, and you can scoop right out of the freezer. And this is how I kept mine fresh for like a year. 1 ounce of olive oil. Also missing a bit. It seems like all of my liquids have vanished. I pre-weighed them yesterday, so maybe that's why. And 1 pinch sugar and 1 teaspoon salt. It's all in here. Insert a measuring cup into a mixing bowl lid. And now it will heat. It will heat the yeast with the sugar, creating that interaction that's needed for the dough to rise. And first it will just mix it up a bit, and then in the next step it will knead. So today is actually our rock and roll day. Rock and roll, because it goes backwards and then forwards. So 4 times clockwise, 1 time counterclockwise, if you're interested. So the blade is going into 2 directions. So you either chop or you blend in a cooking process, or in the baking process, you just knead. So you basically copy this movement. And you can also bring up the kneading function separately. While it is kneading, I will show you, hopefully I can show you all of the functions that are pre-programmed in the TM6. I have not shown that to you yet. Let's see if I can do that while it's kneading. We'll see. We'll figure it out. So, 18 more seconds to go. And thank you for everybody who has participated. Thank you for all the messages that I've been receiving. I'm really thrilled that you enjoy the challenge, that you take advantage of it. I see that frozen fruit has been used to make amazing ice cream. Awesome, Sarah. And so many inspirations for me too, just like the tiramisu that was posted by Caroline. Really have to try that as well. Okay, so it looks still the same, so I'm not going to show it to you. It was just heating. And now it will start the kneading process. This is the symbol for the kneading. And now for 3 minutes, it will do the kneading. So let's see if we can. We can. So even while it's kneading, you can get to all of your functions. Let me start with the scale function. Oh, okay. Function is not available, of course. So you cannot weigh while you're kneading. Also doesn't make a lot of sense because you have a lot of movement. Then you have the egg boiler function, which is currently not available, but at least I can talk about it. The egg boiler function is a new function of the TM6, and you have the eggs in the bowl itself and the water in the bowl itself, and the knife does not move. So this is a new function. The one thing is you have to take the eggs out right away, otherwise they continue boiling in hot water. Then we have the kettle function. The kettle function warms up your water, especially if you're a tea drinker. You can set the specific temperature you want your water to be. So not only boiling, but set it to 90 degrees and it will alert you when it's 90 degrees. Here's the dough function that we are doing right now. So you can choose that manually if you want to manually cook a recipe. And we have the warm-up function, which is very new. So as you know, the TM6 is just like a Tesla. It gets new functions, I would say every other month or so there's a new function popping up. So how many of your appliances get better with time? Well, this baby is going to get way better in the coming years. So warm-up is for things like soups and stews. And it gently warms up the food until it's the desired temperature. We have the turbo, which is like pulsing. So if you want to chop nuts, it will go from 1 to 10 right away. So 10 is the 10,700 rotations a minute. So you can just pulse under turbo, and you can select if you want to do it half a second, and 2 seconds. We have the thicken mode, which is amazing. Previously with the Thermomix, if you wanted to do an emulsion, like a sauce hollandaise, you would drip the oil in the lid. Well, you don't have to do that anymore. The thickening function does everything for you. How much more time? Oh, 16 seconds. So you can still see how long the process is. Pre-clean, it has become one of my favorite modes. So it pre-cleans your bowl before you put it in the dishwasher or you rinse it off. And it really takes care of just many, it really, I would say it cleans it 70%, especially around the knife. And since the water has become so hot, thanks to the cleaning mode, it's really easy to clean the rest of the bowl, like the lip, with the water that was inside. So just put a little water in, cover your blade, add some dishwashing liquid, and put it on pre-clean. And now I can show it to you. It has different modes in pre-clean. And you can go from dough to all-purpose to fats, or, okay, let's stop that, or to brown bottoms, and it will sense the dirtiness of the bowl. It scared me the first time I used it because it will use different speeds, go back and forth, so it's just starting to have its own mind. So just be prepared for some interesting sounds coming from it. The rice cooker is another function where you cook the rice in the bowl versus the simmering basket method. Then blend is when you do a soup manually and it purees it from a slow speed to a fast speed. Usually with the TM5 recipe, it would say turn it to speed 5 and then all the way to 10. Well, this blending function is doing that for you. And there is even a second page, so they can just add on pages fermentation, perfect for yogurt and other fermented foods. There is a Cook I Do new collection coming out about fermented food, and I'm excited to try. The slow cook goes to, I think, up to 8 hours. You can slow cook your meat, for example. And then the last function for now is the sous vide, and the sous vide just makes amazingly soft steak. I'm finally able to make a steak because me and the oven are not friends, and with the sous vide I can get really amazing tender steaks. Back to our dough. Look at my hands. They're clean hands, and look at the dough. So nice, and the bowl is warm. So what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna empty it into a glass bowl, and to do that I'm gonna twizzle that little, goes a little bit hard. It's a lot of dough. I may have to do that later. Okay, slowly, come on. It's like coaching my dog through the doggy door. Come on. There it goes. I'll have to do it manually just a little bit. Just a little bit remains. And this recipe also has an emulsion to go with the focaccia. And for that, you either have to clean your bowl or use your second bowl. So in order to get to the recipe, you just have to click on that green mark right here. And you should be back in the recipe. Hello. With aid of oiled spatula, transfer dough into prepared baking pan. Spread, let sit for 15 minutes. Now we're doing the emulsion that goes onto the focaccia. And for that, all we need is 3 ounces of olive oil and 3 ounces of water. And of course, it's separated in the bowl. But after just 30 seconds on speed 6, it will emulsify the water and the oil. And that will be the base for my focaccia. And then I will add some other ingredients on top of it. I hope you can hear me. I apologize. It's a bit noisy. Only 14 more seconds. And here's a trick. When you flatten your dough, use your spatula, the end of the spatula, to poke holes in the focaccia. And this is where the oil-water emulsion will end up, and that will determine the texture of the focaccia. And then I'll just show you the emulsion. Looks like sauce hollandaise. So I will use this and put on top of the focaccia, add some rosemary from my backyard, and olives and salt, and then you will be able to see the final result, hopefully here on my page. Any questions that I may answer, let me know. If you'd like to do a get cooking session, or I'm kind of in a Thermomix rut, I need some inspiration, just always contact me. And again, if you would like to join our community, please don't forget to contact me for free shipping and a host gift. And enjoy your baked good today. And tomorrow is the last day of the challenge. It is basics. On my website, thermomix.com, under Rock Your Thermomix, I have links to the recipes. And for tomorrow, I have selected the vanilla sugar, the vegetable paste, and the infused oil. So we'll see what I will do. Not sure yet. Have a wonderful Sunday, and cheers.